All right, people, Catfish Dave here. It is about 12 noon. I done a video a couple days ago, and by the time I caught bait, I drug around till I found the fish. I found those fish up on a flat in the 21-foot to 26-foot range, and I was able to get some fish in a short amount of time. Well, I've got even more time today. I've got more kinds of bait. Shad that I caught last trip. I got some Gasper goo. I got some bluegill. And I even stopped on the way and caught 7 fresh skipjack. Now, whether they hit skipjack or not, I don't know. That's why I didn't catch 20. Water temp's 47.9. That's borderline. Typically 45 and below, you're only going to catch these fish on shad, sometimes crappie. But we are in the upper 40s, so they may hit some skipjack. We're going to find out. I'm going to throw a little of all this bait on there. Probably start out with skipjack on one side of the boat, shad on the other side of the boat. I'm trying out my strychnine dragon weights from Chasing Cat Outdoors. He's the same guy that supplies me my rods. I would think these fish would be hitting small baits this time of year, but these skipjack chunks are going to be pretty large. I'm going to put a head on, I'm going to put a chunk on, and these shad are pretty small, so I'm just going to use the whole thing and just cut the tails off. Probably going to get more bites on the shad just because there's more small fish than big fish. And this bait is something they can get, but a big fish can hit a small bait. Later on in the day, I may put some of this bluegill and other stuff on the hook just to see if something will eat it. Once we've got some fish on video, we'll experiment with a couple of those baits. I don't need a lot of line out. I'm on a 30-foot flat. It doesn't vary much, so as soon as this hits the bottom, I'll put my board on. It has hit the bottom. I've never drugged this flat, and I hope it's not full of hang-ups. It'll be a good test for these dragon weights. I didn't hang one up the first day I used them. And you can hang up any dragon weight. If a dragon weight hangs, you can usually get them loose by just stopping the boat, giving it a couple pops. Sometimes reverse the boat, go back, give it a couple pops. When I actually lose dragging weights is when the hook catches something. There's somebody's line down there, trot line, catches a limb of a tree. If you get that hook caught, you're gonna have to break it off. The fact that we run this flotation on there and it's up well off the bottom, getting the hook caught doesn't happen often. Get a nice wide spread here. This is a nice wide flat. They might not touch this big bait. And again, we may get a monster on it, who knows? Let's throw it, see how it goes. The bait is fresh, fresh is best. Got that one going out. Now let's put this skipjack chunk on there. So we have a combination of larger baits, smaller baits, different kind of baits. The bait is fresh. Gizzard shad was caught yesterday. Skipjack caught this morning. Very fresh. I think we're going to get hooked up. I can guarantee you gizzard shad is going to get the most bites today. It's just that time of year. But we'll pull the skipjack and see what it does. We just hooked up with the first fish on the shad. Yeah. We've been fishing about 5 minutes. About 5 minutes. If this flat produces well, I may not even go to the others. I may just drag this one back and forth. Stay close to the ramp, but makes it easier on me. Oh, he got my other line over there in my planer board. I see it wrapped around him. Maybe he'll come out of it. Nah, he's got it. He got it. He sure did. First little blue cat. Did not fish long. Another one on the shad. Feels like about the same size fish. That skipjack chunk has been hit multiple times. Skipjack head has not had a bite yet, but that don't mean it won't. I just had a bite right there on that skipjack chunk. That fish is even smaller than the first one there. Little bitty old thing. Little bitty old thing. Yeah. That's one of them sandwich-sized blue catfish. If you're gonna eat one, that's the size you eat. I'll go ahead and let them have that bait. We'll let them have it. I'm not greedy. I got plenty. Fish number 3 on the shad. Every now and then the skipjack gets a bump. And here again, I think these fish are going to become more active the later it gets. And that's when I think that skipjack's going to get hit. So far, all we're getting is some small ones on this shad. Another sandwich-sized fish right there. Another sandwich-sized fish. The day is still early, and there's plenty of flats around here, so. And this one is deeper than what I done good on last time out. So. You gonna eat that or not? You gonna eat that or not? Number 4, they all about the same size. We're fixing to head up to another flat. All on the shad. Boy, these is running real small. I ain't caught catfish this small in a long time. Good Lord, that won't even make a good sandwich there. Wouldn't even make a sandwich. Yeah, we're gonna get off this area. That's terrible right there. Well, all right, y'all, let's try flat number 2. Well, y'all, we are hooked up already on this flat, on the shad. It is a smaller fish, but that was quick. That was quick. Man, these fish is running small today. We're eventually going to run into a real one, I would think. Yeah. That's ridiculous right there. Old juveniles. Guess if you was having a fish fry, that'd be all fine and dandy. Skipjack has not caught a fish. And if it goes too long without catching a fish, we may put some bluegill on there. I'd catch way more fish if I had shad on all 4 rods. But so far, we're just getting small fish on shad, so I don't want to do that on 4 rods. Oh, you little things. Oh, here we go again, y'all. Be a good day for a fish fry. Skipjack just ain't getting nothing. Ain't getting nothing out here. I'm hoping this fish is at least a little bigger than the last ones we've gotten. But it may not be, because it's coming in pretty easy. Yeah, he ain't much at all. There ain't no shortage of this size fish in this lake right here. No shortage at all. I'm gonna quit counting them because I'm just gonna lose count anyhow if this keeps up. I guess he's a little better than some of them, but still pretty pathetic by blue catfish standards. Yeah. Yeah. I believe we do better on that bluegill than what we're doing on that skipjack. Here again, it's still early, and that bigger fish that I caught last trip had mud all over it, so it could be this afternoon for them bigger ones decide they're going to come out of that mud. Until they do, I guess we'll be out here catching sandwich-sized blues. I got a good mind to try some bluegill. I don't want to throw more shad on because you see what we're catching on it. I'll tell you what, y'all, we're pulling 0.3 now. Let's bump it up to the fastest speed of the day. Let's try 0.7 and see if we can outrun these smaller fish. Gonna go all the way to 0.7. See if we can outrun them. Yeah. We just got hooked up on the skipjack going 0.7. Feels a little bigger than what we've been catching. I have been hit on those shad pieces going 0.7. They may have took the bait off. Yeah, I think this one's just a little better. I think we found a better one. Nothing on the headpiece, but this chunk got it. Like I say, y'all, you just never know. He's not super big, but he's probably bigger than the rest of them. He's hard to pull in because I'm going 0.7. And he's just wallering in that current. Okay, if you want to come around this side of the boat, then do it. Yeah, he is big. That is the biggest one of the day. Sure is. On a chunk piece of skipjack. I may take that headpiece off, put a bluegill on that one just for experimental purposes. You ain't big, but you're the biggest one of this trip, so guess we're happy to see him. Yeah. The biggest one of this trip. So far. Now don't get all funky. Just nope, 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 nope. Don't get all funky. Yeah. Biggest one of this trip. I'd say I've been baited on them shad pieces because they bit at it. I'm gonna take that skipjack head off and I'm gonna put a bluegill piece on there. Just don't believe nothing's gonna eat this larger bait today in this cold water. Let's put a bluegill head on there, see what that does. See if anything wants some bluegill. You never know about these winter fish. Typically bluegill's not a good bait here. But these fish get weird in the winter. And I'll bet you if I had some crappie on the hook, I'd be catching something. Bluegill is kind of a generic form of crappie. I'm gonna go ahead and check these, y'all. Make sure I got bait on them. Yep. He bit it off there and there ain't nothing left but a shell of that head. Probably the same thing on the other one. When you're not getting bites on this shad, you better check it. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Well, y'all, we just hooked up on the bluegill. Sure did. They ate a piece of that bluegill. My God, I don't hardly never catch nothing on bluegill around here. But here again, it is a generic form of crappie. Now, he don't feel like no big fish. Don't you get in that other line. He's trying real hard. He's trying real hard to get in that other line. I'm trying to get him up. There we go. He ain't no big fish, but he's a little bigger than them sandwich-sized fish we was getting. He did get my line. That's why it's harder to pull in. I see it coming now. He did get it. Yep, he got it. Aggravating stuff right there. That is making it tough to get him in now. And he got that bluegill off there. He got that bluegill off there. What a mess, what a mess, what a mess. What a mess. You stole my bluegill, man. He swam around that line about 4 or 5 times. Bluegill head got 8, and he is a bigger fish than them little dinkies that we've caught on the shed. So there's that chunk that's left off that bluegill. I'm gonna put it on there. You never know. It's the same flavor. Well, we ain't catching no tank fish today, but it would be a good day for a fish fry with what we have caught. Oh yeah, here we go again. We got caught by one of these sandwich fish running 0.7. We sure did. If I knew someone having a fish fry, I know what I'd do with this fish. Uh-oh, uh-oh. That's the bluegill right there getting hit. Sure enough, he wasn't a big bite. But that old bluegill center chunk did get hit. So they are eating bluegill today. That was definitely a bite. Yeah. That was definitely a bite on that bluegill chunk. Now I hope it's still on there after that bite. Golly. On the shad. That bluegill did have another bite there. Small bite. And that skipjack just has not been touched other than that one fish. Definitely the wrong bait out here in these temperatures. Come on, old sandwich-sized fish. These water temps were 2 degrees warmer, and I'd be doing pretty good on that skipjack, but all I can say is it'd be a good day for a fish fry. Yep. Good day for a fish fry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Y'all, this is on that bluegill chunk. And he's not a bad fish. On the bluegill chunk. Like I say, this stuff is kind of like generic crappie. He's not a big fish either. Just pulling hard. But he's thicker than those shad fish. Second fish on bluegill. And that old skipjack over there is just not getting touched. I mean, it is just not getting touched. So we may trade it out for, we may put a piece of that Gasper goo on there. Because if they're eating bluegill, this fish has got mud on him, so he's been down in the mud until now. Decided to come out. And why you want to be right against the boat? I don't know how that happened. We got that fin there, just twist it all in there. Yeah, that skipjack is about a worthless bait today, so. If this makes 2 fish on bluegill, and they've been better fish than those shad fish, we may put the Gasper goo on. I've got 2 small bluegill left, I believe. If I had some crappie on, I'd probably be doing real good. Yeah, he hit it like he meant business. But yeah, it's better than those other ones, man. So what I'm gonna do is put a small bluegill on here, and I'm gonna put a piece of Gasper goo on the other one. I've never done much good on Gasper goo. They do good down in Louisiana on Gasper goo. But this is one of those weird days that they're not touching skipjack. Only small fish are hitting shad. Except for one. We did get one decent one on the skipjack. But that's just been one fish at all these. So there you go. We got some Gasper goo. We're gonna put it on there. I'm gonna mash it. Oh, we got another one on the shad there. We got another one on the shad. Oh yeah. Be a good day for a fish fry, y'all. Good day for a fish fry. He's staying way out there. I'm gonna try and get in that other board. Maybe this one's a little better than a sandwich size, I don't know. Look at him lining up with that board, look at him. Look at him, he's going right into it, look at it. Oh, we got a mess, you little sucker. You, dang you. Ah. He's in it. He's in it. I know he's in that other line. I think he's a little better than the other ones that we've been getting on the shad. He may have come out of that line. Yeah. He is a little better. He's closer to a bluegill sized fish. We're getting bit on the skipjack now, look at there. Did he stick or did he come off? I think he come off when that board broke loose. Yeah, this heat of the day is kicking in, and these fish are starting to eat. This one is not that bad, actually, y'all. He's as good as any of them that we've got. But yeah, these fish are starting to wake up out here in the heat of the day. Sure are. Oh, I got a mess. Rods everywhere. Yeah, he's one of the better ones on the shed. Yeah, we got a mess in this boat. That is definitely the best one on the shad today. I got one line out because that other one was all jacked up. But I'm gonna get that skipjack off for now. Good old Gasper goo. See if anything will eat this old Gasper goo. One way to know, and that is to give it a throw. Give it a throw. Gasper goo gonna be on the red board. Them Louisiana people like to see me catch one on Gasper goo, probably. Well, y'all, we'll see if we can catch anything on that old Gasper goo. The only catfish I've ever caught on that drum is I've caught some flatheads on it, using it live. Cut bait, I don't think I've ever caught anything on it, but I don't use it very often. Warm part of the year, when they prefer the skipjack, I'll catch them drum and stuff and just let them go. But this time of year, when these fish are weird about what they're gonna eat, I'll keep me some gasper-goo, I'll keep me some bluegill. I'll bring out here whatever I can. Uh-oh. Just got a small bite on the old gasper-goo over there. This board here is acting like it's getting hung. It broke loose. There's something playing with that old gasper-goo. Got something playing with the old shad. Oh yeah. Another one on the shad. Another one on the shad. I'm about tired of pulling these shad fish in today. About tired of pulling them in. Definitely some small ones hitting that shad. Yeah, there's another one of them old sandwich things. Just put it on a hoagie. Yep. Another one of those. There is no shortage of this size catfish in this lake right here. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Yeah, he's on there. He's on there. We did get another one on the bluegill. I went to go get some peanuts and he hit it. Well, the bluegill has outperformed the skipjack today. It's obviously outperforming the gasper-goo. Oh, they're old small fish. I'm gonna get me a bite of these peanuts before I pull them in. Snacks come first. There went my bluegill. Another sandwich-sized fish. Oh, yay, 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 yay. Yo, I got a fish on the gasper-goo. I got a fish on the gasper-goo. Finally. He don't feel too bad either. He don't feel too bad. He pulled some drag out. He's gonna head straight for this other line that I didn't put on a planer board. Let me slow down this boat. I'm already going pretty slow. See what we got here. Yeah, he pulled some drag out. Come on up here, fishy. Come on up here, fishy. Just being lazy now, I think. I don't know if he's just turned sideways or if he's really that heavy. He did pull some drag. There, we're about got one on that shed there. Come on, fishy, let's see what we got on the old Gasper goo. Shoot, this might be a big fish, y'all. Let's see what we got here. I believe it's the biggest of the day. Yeah, it's the biggest of the day, it sure is. On Gasper goo. Sure enough. Sure enough. That's the heaviest one right there. Come on. Yeah. On the Gasper goo. I don't want to step on my skipjack rod. That old Gasper goo I mashed up. Come on now. Come on now. Pose for the camera. It's probably the best fish of the day right there. Probably so. On the Gasper goo. Yeah. Well, all right, y'all. Those flats were loaded with fish. We didn't catch no monsters out there, but we sure caught enough for a fish fry. I stopped this morning, caught some skipjack, and I stopped at 7 because I said, you know what? They might not even hit this stuff in these 40-something degree water temps, and I was pretty much right. We caught one on it. The bluegill outperformed the skipjack. Even the Gasper goo, I believe, had more bites than the skipjack. It was like I called it. Shad caught most of the fish. Out here trying out these strychnine dragon weights from Chasing Cat Outdoors. Those rods are called Chasing Cats from Chasing Cat Outdoors. Either way, it is a video. There was fish in the video. That makes the fishing video. This is Catfish Dave with another one, signing out.